So my name is Tom Bradbury. I am the owner of the Kingswood. We bought the Kingswood about 12 years ago as a small kind of restaurant. And over the last 12 years, we've turned the Kingswood into what it is today, which is a 110 cover restaurant. It's got a bar for around about 45 people. And we've recently just added a 10-bedroom hotel. So when I was at school, I didn't really know what I was going to do. I wasn't particularly academic and didn't particularly thrive in school, and so went into chefing quickly. Thoroughly started to really enjoy chefing, and so became a chef. Worked up in London and then moved back to Cornwall and worked in different hotels and restaurants in and around Cornwall, in St Austell, and saw the Kingswood as an opportunity for me to run my own restaurant. And and from there, we've kind of grew and turned the Kingswood into what it is today, really. So the dining experience has always been kind of like more of a casual kind of, we tried to be a bit more casual, but it's kind of turned into what it's turned into. So it's somewhere between casual and a bit more of a special occasion kind of place. And we try and do just generally try and do like just good food, and we try and do it at a reasonable price. I think initially when I was younger, I think I saw a kind of gap in the market between effectively what was back in those days, hotel restaurants and pubs, and there was nothing really in between around in St Austell. So I thought, well, we'd give this restaurant a go and see if we can fill that gap in the market between something a bit nicer than a pub and something not quite as fancy as a hotel fine dining restaurant experience, and just something a bit more casual and a bit more like generous than the other fine dining kind of places were offering at the time. And I think people voted with their feet initially and give us the confidence to push on, and that we had the right idea, and Kingswood's gone from strength to strength since then, really. So we try to use as much local produce, and if we can't use local produce, we try and support local producers as much as possible. As for sourcing our local produce, we use a number of different suppliers, from wonderful fishmongers to butchers, local fruit and veg companies, local wine suppliers. And we try and support local businesses wherever we can, really. We meet up with our suppliers, talk about prices, talk about how often they can supply us, if they can keep up with our demand. And I think with rising costs of inflation lately, everything's been going through the roof, and there's been lots of fluctuation. And then with that and Brexit, sometimes I feel like we're lucky to get hold of some of the ingredients we get hold of, but if they can provide us with everything we need, then that's a big bonus. If if they're local, then even better for us. So, that generally probably starts first and foremost with the staff and the front of house team, and their welcome. Obviously, big, happy, smiley faces, and welcoming them into the Kingswood, and obviously trying to make it everywhere as comfortable as possible for the guests, so they can start to relax as soon as possible, really, and kind of settle into their meal and enjoy their time with us. We just want everybody that comes here to have a good time. I mean, that's not always achievable. Everybody always having a good time, if they're, for one thing or another. But everybody tries very hard, and yeah, we just want everyone to have a nice time. So the sooner we can relax them, we can get them processed with their drinks and their food, and make them comfortable, take their coats or whatever, we quickly get them settled in. I think everyone's much more comfortable and happy then. Well, I mean, 12 years of doing it. We've had lots of mixed feedback over the years, to be honest, and generally, 99% of the time, it's generally good feedback, and it's always pretty positive. And same with the addition of the hotel room, it's been generally positive feedback. But there is always those people, and you can't please everybody, because everybody's got different opinions and different tastes, and a lot of it is very subjective. But I think to the majority of people, we managed to get great feedback, and hence why we're still here after so many years, Well, I think that boils down to, again, the staff. Just it's all about their tenacity and their kind of like desire and will to make sure that everything they do is to a really high standard. And obviously, for myself and my wife Nikki, who Nikki does all the interior design for the restaurant, it's just making sure that everything is good with that, really. Wow, absolutely not achieved everything yet, and we've got ideas and stuff of what we'd like to do. We've still got plenty of work to do here back of house, so people won't even see some of the work we do. I think in the very near future, we need to extend our car park and change our car park outside to accommodate our additional cars that are now in our hotel. And so when the restaurant is super busy, like on the Sunday lunches with really popular Sunday lunchtimes, Saturday evenings, there's, sometimes there can be a bit of a bottlenecking of vehicles. So extending our car park will probably be the next big thing. Then we've got we want to upgrade our toilets, our customer toilets for the restaurant, and at the same time improve our cellar. It just depends if my bank balance can keep up with our ambition, really. So yeah, lots of exciting things on the in the future, but it's a little bit tricky times at the moment with the economy and stuff and COVID. So Brexit, and so once things start to stabilise and settle down a little bit, hopefully we can quickly start implementing some additional plans that we've got for the next couple of years. Our rooms opened in November, and we're obviously doing breakfast every day for our hotel guests. So this coming season, with the campsites and stuff opening, we thought it'd be a good opportunity. We didn't want to rush into doing breakfast offering, not get it right for everybody, to do too much all at once. So we're going to start doing breakfast soon for non-residents and have an a la carte breakfast offering, 7 days a week, same as every other day with the restaurant. And yeah, and we're always looking and evolving, and we've got lots of new staff starting. We've started, we've recently employed maybe another 4 people to the business to help out with the rooms, and we're looking to employ more people coming on board. Whilst the rooms has been great for us as a project, it's also great for getting lots of local people to come here and work with us as well, and improving job opportunities for the area. So yeah, we're super proud of that too. So there's a few dishes on our menu that just literally have been on, and we've tried to take them off, and I think we get a bit of stick from a lot of our loyal regular customers. So there's a few dishes that I would have said are kind of Kingswood signature dishes that I must admit sometimes I get a bit bored of seeing them and cooking them, because we're doing it for so many years and we do so many hundreds and hundreds of the plates every single week that but the main dishes that I would have said are probably like Kingswood staples is probably our crispy duck salad, which lots of people, when they stop me in the street. They say, "Oh, I love your crispy duck salad. Don't ever take that off the menu." Which is a kind of Oriental salad dish with crispy duck and some hoisin sauce, mouli, pickled beetroots and stuff like that. It's a great salad. And we'd also have got a very popular dish, which is our 12-hour braised beef, which is basically a dish that's designed around a classic French dish, a beef bourguignon, which is a beef stew. So it's a kind of like restaurant-y version of a beef stew, effectively. So I think a lot of people can relate to it and enjoy it, and because it's kind of wholesome and comfort food to a lot of people. So it's a beef stew with red wine gravy and mashed potatoes. And they're our main probably dishes that people seem to always ask for. That and monkfish curry. Monkfish curry seems to be a really popular one as well, which we do, which is utilising local fish, local monkfish, and a couple of some mussels from the mussel farm in St Austell Bay. So we've got lots of customers that are coming and staying here at the moment, and most of the time I ask them, what are you up to today? And I would have said 9 times out of 10 they're either going to the Lost Gardens of Heligan, which is about 2 miles down the road. Some of them say they're going to the Eden Project, which is 2 or 3 miles in the opposite direction. We're lucky enough really here to be a couple of miles from the beautiful fishing village of Mevagizi, which is a working fishing port. I think I read an article recently that they reckon it's the 5th most beautiful place to visit in Cornwall this summer. That's an interesting place to visit, Mevagizi. And then we've got a lovely long big sandy beach, Pentewan, which is about a mile away, so a 20-minute walk down the valley to Pentewan Beach, which is a historic harbour. We're set in the Kingswood, hence the name of the restaurant, the Kingswood. But we're set in the Kingswood, which is managed by the Woodland Trust, and which is an area of outstanding natural beauty with bluebell fields and stunning river that runs all the way through it. There's lots of bike trails through here, lots of walks. But we're sport really. We've got Charlestown, Foy. We've got lots all on our doorstep. I mean, there's so much, and really blessed with having such a great beach so nearby. Yeah. Oh, that's a good question. I think some of the chefs that I used to work with that I used to think were pretty famous are probably relics by now, because I'm feeling pretty old myself. So I've worked with lots. I've worked up in London in some pretty well-known restaurants with lots of pretty well-known chefs. No one that we'd class as famous today, like a Gordon Ramsay or anyone like that. No, but I think he's often around here, Gordon Ramsay. But I haven't had the privilege of meeting him yet. But nobody that famous. No.